Oh, hello. Sorry, we're both just sitting here. Good evening, Sweet Natured. Thank you for joining us as always.
Hello, Sweet Natured.
Sorry, I must remember not to say things until Tom puts them up on the screen.
How's everybody's weekend? Please let us know. Please say hello. If you're watching this on replay, sorry about the first 2 minutes. Can you edit the first 2 minutes out? Because always of a live stream, you're always like,
I don't know, you do all the editing.
Oh no, Sweet Nature would know. Tell us. So yeah, come in, say hello. Tell us about your weekend.
So we've just obviously disembarked Queen Anne, and I believe we did bring the sunshine back with us. It's been a beautiful weekend. The kids have been asking to have the paddling pool out. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Thank you for joining us. And hello, Sisters on the Seas.
Hello, welcome along.
I believe I've just seen you guys in Fraser's live as well. So thank you for joining us also. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, always appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a lovely weekend, hasn't it?
It has, yes.
We always find that when we come back from cruises, it was raining. So it's lovely to come back to sunshine, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Top up the tan. How did you find the service on board Queen Anne in the restaurants and throughout? So I will say to begin with, the service was absolutely shocking on Queen Anne. I think the first 2 days, it was just really disorganised, and yeah, it was almost like the staff didn't really know what they were doing. I think our first meal in the MDR, which was the formal night, the waiter just seemed really, really harassed. It was good service, it was very quick, but yeah, he was very harassed, wasn't he? However, they took on board absolutely everything, and then from that point on, the service was amazing. I couldn't fault it at all.
No.
Everything got a lot better as the week went on, and you expect that with the maiden voyage. We weren't expecting perfect service. There were a lot of people moaning. So yeah, it was just...
It was, we said, didn't we, the first 2 nights, we said, let's give them the whole week. And we gave them the whole week, and it was really a brilliant, amazing service, actually.
Yeah.
They obviously had a big kick up the bum, I reckon, on the first night, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, the second and third night, the managers looked very harassed, like they were like middle managers were like, yeah.
And I found as well when we first got on board, when you make a complaint to somebody, I would rather they just apologise. And we're not big complainers, but if you say, actually, this isn't right and that's not right, rather than just saying, I'm really sorry, I'll rectify that situation, we had a lot of, oh, I'm really sorry, it's because of X, Y, and Z, which really, really grated on me. However, that did stop because we obviously stopped complaining. And it was really interesting. My mum, I spoke to her on the second day we were on boards, and I was just feeling a little bit out of sorts. And she said to me, Rachel, you always take 48 hours to actually feel comfortable and feel like you're more at home when you go anywhere. So just bear with it and see. So yeah, no, it got a lot better.
Right, and there we go. And this is one of my colleagues at work. So it's obviously giving you a compliment. There we go. Thank you, David, for that. You're batting away above you. Yes, I'm sure many people do agree. Yes, indeed. Yes. Thank you, David. Thank you. Welcome along. We're having a busy day. Yes, they are. They're on all the lives. Supporting our channels is always appreciated. So thank you, Sisters on the Sea. Don't mind, I've got my computer down here. That's why I'm doing this. So Rachel will always be in view, and I'm just like, I'm doing my exercises.
She doesn't trust me, clearly, from the last time we did a live.
Yeah. There we go. I'll show you that. Hi, great food review earlier. Quick question. The Mediterranean restaurant, was it $80 or $18 you paid? Thank you.
It was $18.
1.8.
1.8. Which, in my opinion, was massively worth it. The food was really, really good.
Because I forgot about the prices, because we just wanted to book everything. We kind of just booked it all.
And felt very rich on that particular night.
Yeah, well, we felt poor after we booked it all. And then, so then I forgot all about the prices. Then we came on board, and then we had to remember it because we'll watch the video, because some of the restaurants, the money's taken off. Some of it's on the menu, like, for example, in the steakhouse and the Indian, you get your starter, you get your main course, and then you also get your pudding. But there's items you can pay extra for, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you have to really remember how much you paid, because it's different in the Japanese. You pay per dish, and if you go over your $20, you then get
Yeah, so
you pay extra.
we actually really confused the lady because she thought we only had it on one of our cards that we had paid the
She
$20.
confused me.
Oh, she really confused me. I don't have a clue what she did. She said she was refunding it, and then so basically we were what, $5 over the 45, and she just couldn't work out how to rectify it. And we were like, it's fine, just put the $5 on the other card, it doesn't matter. And then when we went back to the Japanese restaurant on our last night, she was there again, and she said, came up to us, didn't she? And she said, "Oh, I tried to do your bill. Have you seen it?" And we were like, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it."
I think basically at the moment you're paying, like, for example, we paid 20 each in the Japanese restaurant, and then the bill comes as one, and they have to split it into two. It's taking an absolute age. They're going to have to find a better way of doing it. So rather than just having one bill and $40, they have to do two separate bills to take off the 220s. It's so complicated. They just left and came back like 20 minutes. It's not their fault, but it's overly complicated at the moment.
It is, but hopefully they'll find their feet soon.
Yes.
And anyone on board now will have a much better place.
Yes. Where did you enjoy eating the most? Or should we go included and speciality?
Yeah, we'll do included and speciality. So for me, the included, I really like the wellness cafe, and building your own bowl. I thought that was really, really lovely.
Yes, for me included, I actually really liked the food hall.
Yeah, the food hall was really good.
I thought, yeah, it's considering coming off Britannia, where I really don't like the buffet.
You don't like the roast dinners?
No, I don't like the roast dinners. I thought the quality, and actually the fresh stuff that you more appreciated than me. All the fresh salads, all the fresh. There was so much fresh stuff, wasn't there, in the food hall?
Yeah, and the salad bar. Yeah, everything is just made to order. If you want something a little bit different, say for instance, on the last day at breakfast, I had a roll which had bacon, avocado, and egg in. You could say, "I don't want this," and then they would just make you a fresh one with whatever ingredients.
That was really good, wasn't it? Speciality?
Ooh, speciality, my favourite.
You like the Mediterranean?
I liked all of them. I genuinely equally like. Yeah, actually no, I didn't like the Indian at all. The rest of them, I really enjoyed the sushi. Sushi is a big favourite of mine. The Japanese, yeah, the Mediterranean, they were all good.
Easy for me. Japanese on the final night, that broccoli cheese thing, and all of it was just yeah. Got to go to the Japanese. It was
it was a bit confusing with the menu, but we did work our way around it, and we were ordering loads of stuff. And I said to the woman, "Is that going to be too much food?" And she was like, "No, I'm sure you'll get through it all." And actually, we ended up ordering a little bit more.
The only little complaint was the Indian, but then they may work on that. They may change the menu. The rest of it was 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
absolutely 5. It was so tasty, wasn't it? Yeah, well done, Cunard, on food. Good question. We asked the next question. Just watch Ben and David on the press trip. Does the ship look as amazing as that? First of all, why didn't you watch our ship tour?
I'm sure she has watched us.
Yes, it did, actually. Yes, it did. It was, I thought it was a stunning ship.
Yeah, it is a beautiful ship.
Yeah.
I think by the end of the 7 days, we had figured our way around the whole ship. It did take a little while, didn't it?
I think it's going to be better for people as Anne progresses, because on the Maiden, there was lots of people were saying love it, but it's not Queen Liz, it's not QE, it's not Queen Mary, and they're not going to be the same ship.
It's totally different. So yeah, we've done Queen Mary 2, and it was, I wouldn't have thought I was stepping on board a Cunard ship, if I'm honest.
On Queen Anne.
On Queen Anne, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not a negative thing.
No.
I absolutely loved the ship. It was beautiful.
They've got to push it forward, haven't they, really?
Yeah.
So
and I think they're catering for a different type of market. But then there were, obviously, being a maiden voyage, there were a lot of true Cunardians on board who didn't necessarily agree with the changes. However, as we said, they've got to start looking at other markets as well now.
I think most liked it, though. I think they were always...
I think by the end,
yeah,
most of the comments we heard were very positive.
And it's going to get a different crowd, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really want to go back on board, actually.
Yeah, I'd really like to take the kids.
Yeah, definitely want to take the kids. Okay.
But we
Good
might need to
evening,
stay.
Sail Away magazine. Do you think an average earning family could afford the drinks on a Cunard ship? They seem to be quite expensive.
Ooh. So the drinks package, we didn't go with the drinks package because for a drinks package for the both of us, it was $1,000, which to us just seemed excessive. I would say that my one thing with getting a drinks package is you tend to then just drink for the sake of drinking. So it was nice that we didn't stop ourselves from having something if we wanted it. Our bill at the end, to be honest, it was quite a lot less than what the drinks package would have cost had we bought it. However, if we'd had the children with us, I think the one great thing about Cunard is that juice is available throughout the day in the buffet. So actually, I would have been able to go in there and top the kids' drink
Yeah.
bottles up with the juices
That's what we did about Queen Mary, didn't we?
or water.
Yeah.
And also, you can take drinks on board and you can enjoy them in your cabin.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So they are on the toppy side, but I wouldn't say they alarmingly jumped out more expensive than a lot of other lines. Obviously, P&O is probably slightly cheaper. So to answer your question, like I think it's across the board. Cruises are quite expensive for drinks, and when we do take Alice and Ernest, we do tend to go for the drinks package. And to be fair, we didn't ever not drink. Like, we didn't ever think, like,
No.
oh, I'm not going to drink tonight because it's too expensive, did we? We had a couple of nights where the two formal nights, we were up until 3:30 drinking and stuff. So, yeah, still recovering from that now. But, yeah, good question. And, right, okay. How was the entertainment? Was it a step up from other Cunard ships? And were there any
There were no xylophones in sight that
No.
we saw.
Just a background, if you're watching this, there was a interesting guy with me and Ernest and Sweet Nature, but on Sun Princess, and he was a very talented man. But yeah, Anyway, well, entertainment. Can I answer this?
You go ahead.
I was a bit disappointed with entertainment. That is the thing I was disappointed with one massive high. So we'll first of all talk about the high. Bright Light Society is the massive high on board.
Absolutely brilliant. So it's basically a murder mystery. You go in, there's a cast of 5 people. One of the main characters dies in the beginning, but in a very comic way.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. So the two of them are dancers and acrobats, and they have worked together for a long time. Argentinian, yet there are 2 actors who also sing very well, and then there is a lady who plays the piano and has a sensational voice. And they basically, it's an audience participation, so they get everyone involved in the show. It was, yeah, absolutely fantastic.
And if you look around as well, there's like traditional Cunardians, there's everyone in there, and the Magliage was absolutely loving it. And I think, we spoke to the cast twice actually, and they followed us on Instagram and stuff. And I think they were a bit nervous because it was something a little bit different. Now, at the moment, there's one show, and it's free to get in. Will that change? I don't know. It sounds. It looked when I was sat there, I was thinking this is something they're going to think we could make a couple of quid out of.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's included. I hope it stays that way because that was the top highlight, wasn't it? And it's bookable. Obviously, it's bookable on the app. And there's, as I said, 3 shows shortly. So when Sweet Nature are on, you should have all 3 shows, and you will love it. Or a different cast probably. The rest of it. Now there was the normal quizzes, game shows, and stuff going on. There was Great Expectations, wasn't there? The theatre show, which was a bit annoying. Was it Great Expectations? It was a play, wasn't it?
I think it was Great Expectations.
Yeah. That was cancelled at 4:00 on the first day, and then the 8 and 10, and we couldn't get there because we had food bookings. Now that was the last show that was actually on the stage. The rest of it was singers. Obviously, we had Russell Watson, so that was obviously amazing, like the voice and stuff. But the rest of it was singers, and that was it. There was no sign of a theatre company on board, so we had no show. So that was a real disappointment. Another slight disappointment, which I understand. So I kind of was disappointed, but understood. There was a 60s band. Now, it went down amazing, and they had great voices. We saw a couple, and they had really good voices.
Yeah, we did.
But my thoughts were, okay, it goes. They're trying to go into a new era of Cunard, and then one of the main acts is a 60s band. So.
And actually, we went in right at the last minute, and the singing was absolutely sensational. And then they started doing something on the screen behind of basically taking people back to the 60s. And I obviously wasn't born in the 60s, believe it or not. And I think I just felt a little bit like.
Oh, and another one. I think I got a recording of it. it was. I think Sweet Nature would have loved this. There was a. It was bizarre. There was a person playing a saxophone, and they were next to a person that was DJing. But she looked really awkward. She had a really small DJ thing, and she was out by the pool, and she was doing all this. And then it was like you're in a Spanish sort of hotel, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and
it was. Yeah.
And you know, like it was the entertainment of the night. It was really strange.
The after the pool, there was always some kind of entertainment. There was the Irish guys who were singing.
Yeah.
There was the DJ. There was lots going on around the ship. We didn't really go too much.
I just don't understand why there was not a theatre company. Maybe they're still practicing. Maybe it's like a Sun Princess thing.
Yeah, I think we missed out.
But yeah, slightly disappointed there, but never mind. Okay, right. Where are we? Oh, we're going back.
Let's go up.
We're talking too much. Right. Okay. Trina said, "Oh, I did."
Okay, we'll let you off.
Yeah, we'll let you off. Yeah, of course we will. Thank you very much. Of course. It's we've never done Cunards. Queen Anne looks something. Yeah, I think Queen Anne's. Don't you agree? Is a perfect start for someone that hasn't done Cunard.
Yeah, as we said, it's completely different to any of the other Cunard ships.
Different, but also got some.
It's still got the same traditions there, which I really liked, but it just has more of a modern twist on it. I think that's how I would.
One of the main things it still has is the afternoon tea.
The afternoon tea, yeah.
Yeah. You're in a trance.
No, sorry, I was just reading that comment. You're correct. I will get to it in a minute, but yes, it was brief encounter. It wasn't great expectations. Don't know where that came from, Tom.
Oh yes, yeah. But it's still got afternoon tea. So it's still got things like that, which is afternoon tea. It's just
and an afternoon tea on Cunard, it's like a whole event. So they walk out, everyone claps. Yeah,
but it's good quality food as well, isn't it? Really is good food. So, why have you not had afternoon tea all weekend? It's disgraceful. Good question, Sailor. I'm wondering if 1,000 is excessive. Well, drinks thing is how much you drink. We're going to do a video on it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like for example, we did speak to a few couples who were on board, and they liked the more expensive drinks. Like they liked lots of cocktails. They liked so like for them it was worthwhile. For other people it might not do. So really you need to do your maths.
So an example, so a glass of wine, for instance, if I had a large glass of wine, it would say cost $12 to $14, but then obviously the service tax is included on top of that. So a glass of wine was coming in at about $16.
Yeah.
However, I would have two. But then, so beers, Tom, I'm sure will do a video on this showing all of the drinks prices anyway. So a pint of beer was anywhere between £6 and £7.50. So it wasn't extortionate. Cocktails obviously were in the range of $12 plus.
A good example
plus service charge
is Visit With Us. They did the soft drinks package, and they were saying that they in the evening they weren't drinking too much on this cruise, and they said that they in the evening were having gin and like a couple of gin and tonics, maybe one gin and tonic, and the tonic and was included. So the soft drink. So if they had a Spirit and Coke, the Coke was included. So that's another thing to consider. And obviously, if they had a lot of the drinks party. So if you're gold or diamond Cunard, I think it was, there was loads of drinks available. We can ask if I don't think Visit Us on there, but we can ask them
they
about.
Just said they were going to Manchester.
If they're watching this on replay, they can let us know in the comments. They enjoyed the party, didn't they? Yes, they had lots of.
I was going to say something there, and it's gone. This is what I was going to say. So apparently there were so many Diamond members on board when we were on that none of them got any of the usual perks that they would get, which is a bit of a shame, really, for seasoned.
Okay. Good evening, Mark. Welcome along. And then question: is the service as formal as QM2? Or are they doing things differently?
No, I would say it is just as formal. I don't think they've lost any of that. And also in the evenings, it still felt very formal, didn't it?
Yeah.
On so it's either a formal night or a smart attire night. So I think men can wear.
Well, actually, I've got it on the programme.
Earlier.
No, what was this? So this is Smart Night. I didn't realise this is slightly changed, but they request on a Smart Night to wear shirt and trousers, top and skirt, or stylish trousers or a dress. Were you wearing stylish trousers? And you can wear jeans, but not ripped jeans. So, and don't forget always, and there was quite a few people actually, although we did, I think it was because it was a Maiden, we did walk through the food hall one night and say this was the smartest buffet.
Yeah,
I've ever
everyone
been
in their
in my
ball
life.
gowns eating in the buffet.
Yeah, it was
quite
quite,
funny.
yeah, but there was still, you know, you can go to the golden line, but you can wear jeans. A lot of people ask you can wear dark jeans, but they just can't be ripped. So that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Like I normally wore a shirt and jacket, but then I just fancied being smart all week because it was a Maiden.
Makes change.
Sort of guy I am. Right. Lovely. Right, let's keep moving along. Let's go down. We've got loads of questions. Thanks very much. I loved your ship walkthroughs. Can't wait to find that pint. Yeah. So are you going on board, Joe? Have we missed? Is Trina going on board? Can you let us know, please? Let us know. Are you going on board soon? Right. Mark saying hello to Sweet Natured. Yes. Okay. Right. It's the theatre was brief encounter. We've just answered that. And advertised Pride and Prejudice. No, Pride and Prejudice. Again, maybe.
There's no Pride and Prejudice on board. No.
Yeah. So maybe it's
maybe on the TV to watch, but
no. I think it's maybe coming. I did see something like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's on the way. You know, they left the shipyard quite late. Maybe it's like Sun Princess, and they haven't been on very long. Just a bit of a shame, really. They should really factor in those. To me, I think. I understand that, like we understood the service might not be 100% in the first couple of days, but I still think that things like theatre productions and things should be planned into it. Do you know what I mean? I still think there should be theatre shows throughout the week, even when it first begins. Anyone agree, disagree? There we go. June on. Oh, that would be lovely. How wouldn't it?
Very nice.
Do you know what? Sitting at the aft in Norway, that'd be lovely there, wouldn't it?
It would.
Yeah, it'd be very nice. Just chilling out, looking at the scenery. You're not going along with this?
No, sorry, I know.
No. Or
No, it would be spectacular.
It would be. Yeah. Have a lovely cruise in June.
Anyone else that is on this live and you want to ask us a question or just say hello, please do. And if you can hit the like button, we would really appreciate it. So this video gets circulated.
Yeah, if
anyone that might want to watch it.
22 people on, if you give this a like, it will circulate everywhere. So a couple of the other things that we were going to ask today. Thank you very much. Keep the questions coming. We were going to ask about, and Rachel did know about this, the change in. Oh, I've lost it. It doesn't matter. The change in P&O drinks policy. So obviously, the prices have gone up, and also. So the prices have gone up in P&O. There's been a bit of an uproar about this. Drinks package prices have gone up, and now they are saying that you cannot bring on spirits on board.
Tom said specifically rum, so I felt a little bit like we were being penalised for that. But apparently it's all spirits, not just rum.
So there's been a bit of a uproar. Yeah, a lot of uproar on the. You know, you're regularly on P&O. Facebook pages, aren't you? Can't get off them. But there's been a bit of an uproar about it. My question is, and I'm not suggesting anything, but how do they know they don't, do they? You know, in the scanning machines, how would they know the difference between wine and spirit?
No, they wouldn't.
And would the cabin steward, would it be their job to, if they spot spirits, to confiscate them? There's a lot of questions about.
Yeah.
Because for ages they've had the policy that you can't buy booze imports and bring it on. But that's never been enforced for about 3 years.
Yeah, I think when we went on Arvia, we were straight on board with drinks that
hasn't been enforced for you. So I think it's a thing to follow. Are they going to enforce? Because if they're going to start searching every bag, they're going to be leaving Southampton at midnight, aren't they?
Yeah.
So interesting. What are your thoughts? Let us know.
And also something very interesting as well. So when Tom got off with Britannia, Border Force was heaving and Tom got pulled over. It's very interesting coming off of Cunard, Queen Anne. There was nobody in Border Force at all.
No, there was nobody at all.
You do wonder a bit what their perspective is from clientele who were going on certain cruise ships. Because I know MSC,
in Amsterdam, wasn't it?
And I know MSC as well. When they come back, they tend to have a lot of border force in place, don't they?
Yeah, it's all about tip-offs, isn't it? But yeah, interesting. Right, Sister on the Seas completely agree. We'd be so disappointed if they were on board for a week and didn't get any more than one theatre show.
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah. Sort of a thing we didn't dawn on us until towards the end. We thought we haven't
No, and
Every
also
single
we
night.
had quite late bookings for dinner as well. So the only shows we were really going to see were 10 o'clock onwards.
I think that's moving.
Well, it is now. Sorry.
we got to have something going wrong in our lives. Did anyone enjoy the firework display that we switched off?
Yeah. Did anyone watch the firework display? This is why Tom is not allowing me to have any part of lives anymore.
It was my fault as well. I told you to switch it off. So it was just I love theatre shows. I love the musicals, and it was just this one. I imagine they rehearsed. They're on there somewhere, but okay.
Did you manage to try any of the new wellness areas on Queen Anne? By wellness areas,
I think
are you meaning food or are you meaning physical activity? So that sounded really dodgy. So they've got so there's obviously the massive wellness studio, and I didn't attend any of the stretch sessions in there. I did go to the gym 3 times, and also we went into the spa. Does that count as the wellness area?
We went through. So when I was doing my ship tour on the first morning, there was a session
doing the sunrise stretch.
Yeah, sunrise stretch, and it looked really cool. They had lovely music. There's always relaxing. It's a really nice area, actually. I think it's going to be a lovely area.
Really, really nice. Yeah.
It's always got like mood music playing.
And we saw loads of people using that area, getting mats out of the cupboard and just doing their own Pilates and yoga.
Yeah.
It's a really nice, open, very large area for exercise there. And the gym itself was pretty good. Yeah. The spa was
overpriced. It was nice.
It was overpriced for what it was.
It was very overpriced. Yeah, it was nice. But yeah, good question. Yeah, we would like to see some wellness videos for when Sweet Nature go on, I think, at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep, lovely. Okay, right. Knowing the build process, all the public spaces come to final build all together at the end, so there's rarely time for much show rehearsals on board. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise name. It's Stephen. Hi, Stephen. Welcome this evening. Yes, he would know all about that. So yes, so it's obviously they didn't have a chance to rehearse, did they?
Sorry, I didn't read the question. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's quite difficult.
And I think that was one of the things as well. A lot of cruise lines have a shakedown cruise prior to having a maiden. So we did hear quite a few people commenting on that there hadn't been a shakedown cruise to try and get all of those things ironed out.
Well, they had the media one, but they were going to have the travel agents one as well, which was cancelled.
Yeah.
So they were there 5 days late. So yeah, I guess it's one of those things. But we do like our theatre shows, don't we? So
yes.
Yeah.
And hello, Stephen. Thank you for joining.
Yes, welcome along, Stephen. Right. Next question. Hilarious. We took gin and rum on our way to the Caribbean, but never chanced taking any on at port. Ooh, if only we knew. Yeah.
What's the worst they can do? They'll just confiscate it and give it back.
Yeah, that was always our old advice, wasn't it? It was like, what is the worst that they are going to do? So it's
Well, I think when we went on Arvia, we had just bought some drinks, hadn't we? So we just bought a couple of beers that we took back on, and I think we actually forgot that we had them, because I don't think they were intentionally to take on board. But
so we're not encouraging anyone to.
No, we're not encouraging, but they were seen. They weren't hidden away.
No, I'm just saying that was the rule. The rule is you can't bring drink on it. You only can bring drink on at the start of the cruise. And now they're saying you can't take any spirits. It has to be wine or champagne, and you can't bring them on in ports. But the port thing has been ignored. Prosecco, yes, I'm pretty sure you can bring it on. But yeah, I think they've just got themselves in a bit of a twist, haven't they? It's kind of like MSC. Kind of, you've known for years you can't bring anything on, and now they're sort of ignoring some rules, enforcing others. It keeps the Facebook page alive. Watch this space. Right then. Right. Okay. Sweet. We're meaning the spa and hair
hydrotherapy
type things.
Nothing more strenuous. Yeah, the spa
is good.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back in it again. I think
She got an argument in the spa.
I did get in an argument with a lady for hogging all of the hotbeds.
Really?
Sorry, but she put her towel. She was on the hotbed for 2 hours. She wasn't on the hotbed. She was using all the facilities, so no one else could use the hotbed. And I just felt that wasn't very fair.
We'll put it out there. What do you think? If you're hogging, you shouldn't. So there were 6 hotbeds, and these 2 ladies were putting their towel down, sitting for 5 minutes, and then they were going off for 10 minutes. And other people were trying to use it, and You told him you can't be hogging the beds.
I did.
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward after that because we have another hour left.
Hi there. Vintage Visions. Welcome along to the live. Hi there. Love your videos. With P&L on the room service menu, you can buy a bottle of spirits from around 25, so not bad price. On Queen Anne, it costs 100 for a bottle and 12. Oh, blimey.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, P&O is very good value if you're buying. Tom's actually got the room service menu from Queen Anne that I believe he is now about to grab.
We got delivered to, we didn't nick it. Oh, where is it? Oh, here we go. Yeah. So here we go. I've got it here. We were given 2, so don't report us. We actually got none for ages, didn't we?
Yeah, we had no. So when we first got in the room, we had no room service menus or anything. And then we got given the breakfast menu for 2 days running. You're right, yeah.
100 for.
That's a bottle of champagne. Oh no, hang on. That's caviar with half a bottle of champagne.
Oh, caviar. I've got champagne. Yeah. 100. Yeah, that's 100.
Oh yeah, house bar. Choice of a bottle of house spirit with 12 mixers, served with a complimentary snack, is $75.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go, Vintage Visions.
Yeah, we had. Yes, we had. We never got one for 2 days, did we? Then we got 2 to the door. So anyway. Okay.
So we thought one was a gift.
Yes, Stephen. The planned shakedown was cancelled as the ship was late arriving in Southampton. Yes, it was. So that was a bit of a disappointment, wasn't it?
It was.
But that was really the only thing, and that's we can live with that. It was disappointing at a theatre show, but to be fair, we were enjoying the food in the evening. We had great company, so it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't really think that we missed it too much. I think most of the time, because it was just the 2 of us.
Just like the option, wasn't it?
Yeah, because normally where we've got the children with us, it's trying to keep them entertained, and they want to stay up as late as they possibly can. But sitting in a bar is not an option with them, so they like to go and watch a show, don't they?
Yeah,
but
yeah,
when
yeah,
it was just
100%.
the 2 of us, we were quite happy.
And we actually saw the Bright Light Society. If there was 3 shows, we'd have seen the 3 shows because we saw one of the shows twice.
Yeah.
Didn't we? So we would have. So that again, that's a great option if it stays included. And what I do like, I don't know whether you agree, Rachel. I do like the fact there's an actual Bright Light Society is a proper nightclub after 10:30.
Proper nightclub.
Yes.
I don't remember the last time we went clubbing.
I know.
And we went twice in one cruise.
And she was a good DJ. She was playing on our request, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So that I really like. It doesn't really happen much anymore. I know there's like bars that stay open late, but it's an intimate venue and it's a proper nightclub, isn't it?
But then also we have children with us normally, so we would never actually get to go in to those areas.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's very true. I think, was it adults only, Bright Lights? I didn't see any kids in there. There was only 16.
There was only 16 kids on board, wasn't
only 16 kids on board, yeah. So there was a couple of babies as well, wasn't there?
Mm.
So, but yeah, so interesting. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Right, Sweet Natured are back. Question, are you ready for this? Did you feel that the new Golden Line extra charge fee was good value for money? We're not convinced, having watched the video earlier, that it was great value for that cheese toasty.
No, to be honest, I was a little bit shocked when he decided he was going to order the cheese toasty.
Research?
Well, yeah, you say research, but I had actually seen the cheese toasty from someone that had been on the press trip, and I didn't think it looked that impressive. Also, this was our first day that we got on board, and the service was, oh my God, how long? So we waited 30 minutes for a drink. We then waited an hour and 15 minutes for our food to arrive. And then even then, some of the food didn't arrive. But by that point,
we were fine. We had 2 pints.
We were quite happy drinking our pints, yeah.
And we were talking to people. Yeah, so I would say absolutely not that cheese toasty. There was better toasties in the
world.
In the world, yeah, everywhere. And what the hell was that plonky thing? What they're trying to do, they're just trying to get a bit. My feel on it is they do not, because the fish and chips and the ploughmans are famous in the Golden Line, free of charge. They can't charge for that. They think that's a step too far, but they want to get a bit of extra cash, so they're charging on other things. But you can get a ploughmans and a fish and chips for free, but you've got to pay £7.25 for a burger or a toasty.
It just seemed a little bit pointless.
Yeah,
and it seemed like that.
It seems penny pinching, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
don't bother with the cheese toasty. Make your own. Buy 4 varieties.
Did he really design it as well? Who was it?
Oh, Michelle Roux Jr. wasn't it?
Did he really design a toasty?
The Bloody Mary chips though were amazing.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed them.
Yeah. So it was an okay toasty. It was a toasty. If you go to your local cafe, you'd be, that's nice, but
I could make you a better toasty, sweet.
Oh. Research. Yes, I did lots. We did
Tom
lots of
does
research.
lots and lots of research. Yeah.
I drink food. Food's my speciality on research. I researched a lot on this. Okay. The retreat on RV is good value as it includes unlimited alcohol, limited selection. Yet on the retreat on Britannia, it only included soft drinks. It's nice though on busy ships. Okay, we've never done the retreat, have we?
We've always had the children, haven't we? So we've never done it. Maybe next time I'll go to the retreat.
Okay, we'll ask you what did you? Yeah, so you apart from the drinks, obviously that's good. Did you think it was worth the money? The retreat on there wasn't a retreat, was there, on Cunard?
No.
No. So where actually the retreat would be, where there's not really is the grills is a strange area because you've got the only smoking area is right at the top 14, and then only half of that, and to the right it's just sunbeds, isn't it? So it's the
yeah, so that's probably one of the bits of the ship I'd say is a little bit of a strange layout. And I am actually a vapor, so finding that area on a ship to me is quite important sometimes.
It's so far up, you probably
it's so far up
smoking.
It's so far up that I actually hardly vaped for the whole holiday, which was quite a good thing.
It's a real job to get to. It's very quite small, isn't it?
And it's really windy because it's right at the front of the ship. So when you're out in the middle of the sea, it was blowing a hoolie. And
it's got a cover over the board. So will people that are not smoking want to be sat in the area to the right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's. I feel that they might change that area a bit. Yeah, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it started off when we first got on the ship that there was sunbeds, which I found really strange because they had loads of sunbeds over a covered area that no one would be able to actually sunbathe in. But then I think on about the Wednesday, so a few days into the cruise, they had actually changed it to tables and chairs, which worked a lot better for people sitting around.
And then did you notice as well, the table to the right hand side, they had massive signs saying no smoking. So people obviously thought the whole of that area was so. Yeah, but we shall see. So if anyone in the future is going on, they can keep us updated. Right.
Yeah, stick to the fish and chips.
The thing was good value, wasn't it? You enjoyed the Ploughman's.
The Ploughman's was really tasty. I did see the fish and chips.
Apparently, I didn't read. Apparently, there was some sort of scandal that they've made them smaller.
It looked very small to me. The fish was about that big, with about 5 chips and a little teeny tiny pot of mushy peas.
I think they want to charge for it all. But they can't. I think they're afraid of too much of an uproar.
Yeah, it would be a bit of an uproar, wouldn't it? Things are happening.
They're testing the water. So
imagine if they charged for the afternoon tea and that was like ticket only.
Oh God, no, they couldn't do that. No,
wow.
There's lots of things they would like to do. They test the water with all these things. It's a bit like the Bright Light Society. They would like to charge. Are they brave enough to do it?
So
if it is,
so there were actually some rumours going around about the Bright Light Society that it was going to be a bit like, so on MSC you have Arkmia, where you pay $15 and then you get a cocktail and the show. So that the Bright Light Society, there would be 2 choices of cocktail, and then that would be included with the show for an up price. So it would be very interesting to see if that does happen.
Yeah, as I said, hopefully it stays included. Although the only thing is that those guys that were doing it, can they keep doing that twice a night across a cruise? They looked knackered the other night, didn't they?
They did.
But fair play to them. The show was as good as it was before.
Yeah.
Like, can they keep going doing 2 nights of show throughout? Like, because it was booked out. So maybe they'll think, actually, let's do less shows and pay a little bit. What would you pay? This is a question. What would you have paid?
What, for the Noir?
Yeah. Okay. Question for you first. What would you have paid if you just give me the description? What would you have paid when coming on? So you just read the description.
Okay.
And what would you have paid afterwards?
Everyone's going to realise what a tight ass I am now.
Yeah.
So I probably would have paid $10 prior.
Yeah.
Going and watching it, I would have paid, if it included a cocktail.
Yeah.
25.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I would say it's worth,
I actually could say I have not laughed so much in such a long time. It was absolutely brilliant.
And also, a cocktail included, a good cocktail would be worth it on Cunard, because sometimes MSC, they say, that one's got a kit, but 80% of the people have got the drinks package.
Yeah.
So a cocktail included is utterly pointless, but I think it wouldn't be on Cunard. So interesting. Okay. Definitely worth it. We're going back to talking about the retreat.
Yes.
Definitely worth it, as we usually have an interior room. The drinks and food are excellent. If any reason they close it due to weather, you can use the spa for free, open 8 till 8. That's a good point with an inside cabin, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think actually what's quite funny with that is being on Queen Anne, we had an inside cabin, and it's been a while since we've had an inside cabin, and I think we really missed the outside space of just having your own area.
Yeah. We had the cruise radio on permanently because it had a bow.
Just so you could see outside.
Yeah, we really did. And I'm just hearing the fresh air and stuff. It's and hearing the waves and stuff. Yeah, we did miss it, but obviously it was beggars can't be choosers, can they? We had to get onto the Maiden, so we went with it.
So Vintage Visions, a question for you is that: do you book the retreat before you get on board, or do you book it whilst you are on board? Because I think sometimes, isn't it, you can do it for one day, or you can just do it as many days as you like. About £20 for that.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know about the prices. Yeah, we have. We'll just always. To be fair, every time that we go, even we go 1 or 2 weeks, we've normally got Ernest with us because he's not a fan of Kids Club.
He hates Kids Club.
Yeah, so maybe different next time. Whatever our next cruise will be, it might be different because he'll be in this with Alice.
Yeah, we'll see.
Even though they never play with each other or barely talk to each other. On a cruise, they suddenly want to be together. So, well, Alice doesn't want it to be anywhere near him, but yeah. So it's we shall see. So we shall see next time. So we've got around 15 minutes left or so, 10, 15 minutes. Any other questions about cruising? Don't forget to get your views out on P&O. I would like to know actually. So we know that Trina's off to on Anne.
Yeah.
June. Where's everyone else's trip? I know Sweet Nature, they're still on. They're off to Alaska soon, aren't they?
Very jealous.
Would be good, wouldn't it? We met. Alaska is Canada, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's definitely Canada.
Don't look at me.
Oh. Well, we met a couple of gentlemen, didn't we, on board?
Yes, we did.
Went to their suite.
We went to their suite.
So and he was Canadian. First of all, finish on that, and you can talk about the suite. Just to say they were Canadian. One of them was Canadian. And he was telling us how lovely the coast is in Alaska. So
this is how lovely. And I think one thing that I will say about the cruise, normally because we've got the children with us, we don't generally speak to many other people. Or Tom will speak to people and I'm busy sorting the kids out, or vice versa. And we met so many amazing people on this cruise. So there was one night we were trying to take a picture on the stairs, and these two gentlemen came down and we said, "Oh, could you take a picture for us?" They then started walking with us and we said, "Oh, where are you going?" And they said, "Oh, we're going to the Commodore Club. Come and join us for a drink." So we went in and we joined them for a drink. Steve and Pete, if you're watching this, hello. It's lovely to meet you both. And then we started chatting. We got onto YouTube. I think they thought that Tom just put a few videos together and didn't really do anything else. And they were a bit like, yeah, okay. But they said to us we could go and film their suite. So they were in Queen's Grill. And they have only ever done Cunard cruises, and they always had Queen's Grill. So anyway, fast forward a couple of days, we had no internet, and they actually left a note on our door to say, "Contact us when you've got some Wi-Fi and we can arrange for you to come and see the room." And then on this particular day, 3:30, we arrived at their room. They were so lovely. They saved their champagne for us, put it on ice, and then we spent the next 3 hours sitting on their balcony right at the aft of the ship, drinking their minibar dry.
Amazing, yeah. And if you ever get a chance, like once in a lifetime, or maybe regularly do it, go for a Queen's Grill.
The room was just spectacular.
It was absolutely amazing, and the views with the sun pouring in. Yeah, and of course we got lots of video footage, which at some point we will get out and put part of a video where we've got enough footage for the rest of the summer. So we will get that out. So it's amazing. Right, we will just vintage one. Yeah. We book it before, we get a discount. It costs both of us 14, not 600. It's worth it. 600 quid.
Okay, that's really not bad.
Yeah. When you consider it's free drinks on RV included, it's great value. Yeah. Yeah. If you're drinking in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
And you could drink loads quickly between 7:30 and 8. And then you won't have to drink the rest of the time, would you?
Well, you could, yeah. But you might be asleep by 9.
No, that's true. Yeah. I'm just thinking of saving money. Thank you very much for that.
Hello, Barry.
Hi, Barry. Hello, Barry. Welcome along. Regular on P&O, disappointed with the new alcohol policy. Sorry if this covered early in the vlog. No, it wasn't. No.
No,
Well,
so
a little bit.
we briefly discussed the new alcohol policy on board P&O. Yes, I think we're quite disappointed by it as well. So we always take a litre of spirit on board with us, as Tom, you don't drink wine at all. And taking beers on just always seems a little bit pointless, doesn't it? A litre of beer is not really very much, is it?
No.
So yeah, quite disappointing with that. But as we were saying earlier, how are they going to actually police that? So in America, they have the suitcase, I believe, go through something and they can detect if someone's got bottles in their bag. Whereas in the UK, does that happen from Southampton? I'm not sure if you do know.
No, we're pretty sure they don't. So we're not telling people to do it, but we're just saying is going forward, are P&O going to be really, really strict? Are they going to be searching every bag? Are they going to be things? So
yeah, it's going to be really difficult to enforce. And as Tom said earlier, it might be to a point that actually you're not then going to be having a sail away until really late at night to actually check everyone's belongings.
And as I said, it's very different to the fact of like, as they dug their own hole really, because like you've had MSC and all the other ones where it's been strict for that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always been.
So it's kind of, I guess people, you know, we all heard the stories people trying, but yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how they enforce it. We shall see in the future.
And
I
also wonder,
and the prices have gone up as well.
And I also wonder why they have now suddenly decided to enforce that.
Yeah, I imagine it's to do with they want to make more money in the bar. People maybe are taking spirits out and adding them to drinks.
Don't know who would do that.
But yeah, that's obviously got to do something to that. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing. So, right, we have around about 10 minutes left. Let us know. People aren't telling us where you're off to next. Where's your next cruise?
Where's our next cruise?
Well, you don't know.
We don't have one.
We don't have one.
Which I think, for the first time in about 2 years.
It is.
This is about the first time in 2 years that we haven't had something booked.
We should do like one of those sort of YouTube announcements. We've got an announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Our next cruise is to nowhere. There will be one in the future, but
Isle of Wight?
Yeah, could be.
White Link Ferry?
We'll have something in the future, but I've got so much content. We're back there. We've got so much content coming. We've got so many videos coming and stuff, and we need to save money. We're not millionaires, unfortunately. So we need to save a bit of money, but sometime in the future, whenever that be, we will. It's quite nice actually because we'll probably go for a lake deal at some point.
I need a new kitchen, as you can see. So
yeah, don't worry, we will be back at sea at some point. But there's so much. I literally got so much content, and by my head, I'm buzzing with like different ideas of videos we've got. So yeah. We need to save a bit of money. Okay, Sisters on the Sea are back. Apparently, they do scan every case. Anyways, check the good items. Not an expert, yeah.
So one thing with this, so when I went on MSC with my uni friends, one of my friends turned around and said, "Oh, I've got a steam iron in my bag," when we were already on board. And I was like, "What do you mean you've got a steam iron? You're not allowed to bring an iron on a ship." And she was like, "Well, I've got it in my bag." So maybe they do check some. I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Maybe someone should just try it one day, see what they can actually put in a suitcase and see if it gets on board.
Yeah.
Not me though, I'm not a rule breaker.
Oh, I wonder where you'll be off to. Who knows? No, literally, we've got.
I think we'll be a land holiday for our next holiday, so there won't be much. As Tom said, he's going to be doing.
But no, I still get a couple of videos on that. Cruise versus land holiday. Yeah, which one wins?
You'll find a way.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'll find a way. But yeah, it'll be something. And to be fair, when we've looked, actually, we love going from Southampton, but we've exhausted a lot of the ships that we want to kind of go on or are in our price range, haven't we? Really, for Southampton and the ports as well. So, I think the next ones we'll be looking at will be going out to the Mediterranean. We really want to do like some America stuff. We want to go out to Florida. That would be the ultimate. But these things cost. So we shall see in the future. There's a lot of time. So, I've been pointed out. Right. Okay. Sweet Natured off to Alaska on Ruby Princess, start of June. Then Virgin Voyages in August. Please come and see us, or we'll come and see you in a bar. Sweet Natured.
We will. Yeah.
Then they're having some sort of gathering. So we're.
Oh yes, I've yet to meet you guys, and we'd like to. So.
Yes, definitely. There's lots of people going on that Virgin one, isn't there?
Yes, and actually, isn't that just before that we don't have any children?
Yes, we don't have any children. Yeah.
So perfect. We'll meet you for a drink. Please.
That is the next time we won't be having children. They're going.
Yeah, we're not abandoning them. They're going on holiday with grandparents for a week.
Yeah, so lovely. Yes. Going on RV next year. First ever cruise.
Wow.
Wow. Have an amazing time. I imagine around the Mediterranean or Caribbean. Let us know. Yes. Oh, fabulous. I hope if it's the Caribbean. But yeah, RV is off right now. It's off for another 2 weeks. We had a lovely 2 weeks, didn't we?
Yeah, no, I did like Arvia.
Yes.
Make sure you check out all of our vlogs.
Yes.
I'm sure you have.
This time last year, actually, wasn't it? Around about in a couple of weeks.
No, we went in summer holidays.
No, we didn't. We went in May.
No.
Went over May half term.
No.
Yes, we did. We definitely went over May half term. The kids took a week out of school.
No, they didn't.
They did. We went on the 28th of May last year.
I'm going to have to look on Facebook.
Oh my God, hallelujah. Right, let's get Ventura in June for 14 nights to the Canaries for our next cruise. We love Ventura.
I would really love to go on Ventura again. I think Ventura holds some very special memories for me, being one of our first ever cruises.
And I
we went
like the
over
Canaries
Christmas.
cruise as well.
Yeah, and yeah, we did the Canaries on Ventura as well. So yeah.
In Tenerife, there's that beach that's 10 minutes away. Go to that, really good. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Canaries is lovely. You'll have a lovely time. Very nice. Britannia, 7 nights on the 7th of June. Queen Anne, 14 nights on the 8th of September. Wow, what a summer.
Not jealous at all.
That sounds amazing. You're going to miss my mother by 10 days or so. She's on in June, but not the 7th of June. Yeah. She's off to Norway. Is that Norway? She's off to Norway. So, okay, lovely. Have fun looking. That's part of the... Yes.
Yeah, Tom's always looking.
No, I'm going to stop looking.
You're stopping looking, okay.
Yeah, until we can think. Although to be fair, I've still got £1,000 to spend on Princess, on something. Right, and we've got Aaron at the end of July. And imagine in August, it's just everyone's going on that cruise.
Everyone is going on that cruise.
It's going to be rather
Maybe I will just go on my own.
Yeah, go on that. Yeah, it's fine. You go on there.
You won't get any content though.
No, I won't get any content. No. Well, there's loads of people on there, so
I could just steal some of theirs.
Yeah, just give them the gimbal that I've lost, and then and then.
If anyone finds a gimbal on Queen Anne, let us know.
I also lost. So this stand, I had to buy a new stand because on the Disaster Live Part 50, I think I lost the stand in the car park in Southampton.
Yeah, Tom loses.
Now can't find the gimbal. It's great.
Yes, and I'm hoping his gimbal is somewhere in this house, otherwise he's in a lot of trouble.
Good evening, Emma Cruises.
Hello, Emma. Thank you for joining us.
Did you have a nice cruise? I think it was last week, So did you enjoy that? Let us know. Welcome along. Don't forget to like the live stream. Yes.
Thank you very much, Emma.
Thank you, Emma. She knows what it's all about. Yeah, please give loads of likes, and then this live stream goes around. They're saying hello, and come join us. You'll have an amazing time if you were Sweet-natured.
I'm not sure my liver will survive if I go with that many people. I think I would be a wreck of a person.
I was lucky on some Princess. Well, no, I was unlucky because I didn't get to enjoy the whole evening with Cruising Gaze and Sweet-natured. But I had Ernest with me, so that means I'm going there. What am I doing? I'm going this way. I've got this one. So we were going to bed most nights at 9 o'clock. And then I would see them the next morning, and they'd had a whale of a time. So yeah, you would have a good time. And Sisters on the Sea.
I did price it up to go with my mum, so I may have another look at it.
Go by yourself. They'll look after you.
Yeah, maybe I'll go by myself.
Yeah, fabulous. Yeah. NCL, love.
That must be what Emma's just been on NCL.
Oh, Emma's been on MCL. Yes. Yeah. Still haven't been on MCL, have we? No, maybe next year, maybe.
Lots of maybes coming from Tom.
There is lots of maybes. Yeah, lots of maybes. But yeah, I really want to do NCL. I want to do the go-karts.
Oh.
Yeah. You've seen go-karts on NCL, haven't you?
No. I've seen go-karts on MSC. They wear go-karts.
I've seen go-karts in Gosport. They're really good. No, yes. And that's on the Encore. Yes.
Of course.
A fabulous time. Queen Anne looks so fun, but I had to pick Alaska.
I think I would have picked Alaska too, Emma. I'm not going to lie.
Wait a minute.
That was amazing.
What
are you doing?
When I'm on there, when I'm looking at the screen, it looks like I'm going the other way. Emma, have you been? I can't remember seeing a Cunard video with Emma.
Emma must have been on Cunard before.
I know. But yeah, Queen Anne was amazing. I'd love to see a video of you do Queen Anne. Would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Queen Anne was very, very good.
Yeah. So have you done Cunard? That's if we've missed a whole bunch of series. Emma Cruises does Cunard, then I do apologise. But I don't think I've seen one. So there we go. Right. We've got around 5 minutes or so. So let us know anything else, any other business that you would like us to talk about in the last 5 minutes. Do you have anything you'd like to talk about, Rachel?
No, not really.
No?
A bit boring tonight.
No, I don't think you've been boring. I think you've been quite entertaining.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to talk about?
No, not really.
Oh, we've got a child coming down the stairs.
No, I would ask if one of our children would like to talk, but they definitely wouldn't want to talk.
I can guarantee he's going to open the door and say, "I'm hungry."
Yeah, he does. He's coming.
So
do you reckon he knows there's a live going on?
No, I don't know.
No. Are they hungry? There's a live going on.
So you're
going to say hello to the 4Bs?
No.
You don't want to say hello to them?
No.
Oh, okay.
You have to wait 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
What?
5 minutes.
Why?
Well, we're doing it live.
I don't think we'll go and put a t-shirt on and you can go in the kitchen.
Oh,
Sorry about this, everyone.
Yeah. Right. I've been on Cunard Queen Victoria pre my YouTube app. And QM started my website originally on Cunard because I sat there like, what is this? I'd only cruise with NCL and MC. Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah.
Sweet Natured is saying hello to you. Would you like to just wave?
Yes. They remember. Yes, they remember you are from some princess. So he's off to go and rage the fridge. Yeah. So yeah, I think you would like Queen Anne. So
yeah, very, very different to any normal.
Yeah.
Cunard.
So
Love. Oh, the sun makes it look like Tom has been green screened into the street. Maybe he has.
Yeah. I'm like the. I don't
really know what's going on with this.
I was like ABBA last night. You know, when ABBA were you watching?
I think I was asleep by that point.
Yes, this is not a great end to the live. What happens at the end? We have always really good lives, and then at the end, it just goes disastrous, doesn't it?
But I think that's the comical value of it.
Yeah, we've had red funnels that have been stuck there for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We've had you switching off on the fireworks, which was the whole point of the whole live.
With 150 people watching, which has never happened before.
And then we did another live with the fireworks and realised we couldn't see them.
Yeah.
I had to hold this pole up in the air to see it, and everyone else said they were fantastic because they're at the front of the ship.
Yeah.
And this one, we've got Ernest in the background just getting his food. He's been eating all day. So I'm glad you've enjoyed it. It's a real life from 4B's HQ, isn't it?
Yeah. This is us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll see. I'm watching now. But yeah, so I think that thank you very much for joining us this evening. Have we got any other business? No? We'll try and do a live every couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah, I think you went through a phase of not really enjoying doing lives, didn't you?
I love them again, aren't I?
But I quite enjoy doing lives. I think it's nice nice to sit and chat to people.
It is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, we love to keep it. Wait a minute. This sounds a good one. Just booked 28 nights on QM2. Wow.
That sounds horrific. I'm not sure how you'll cope.
Oh, that sounds amazing. To
any
Canada,
advice?
USA, with double crossing, any advice? I don't know.
Keep an eye out for all of the vlogs that are coming out with lots of advice. Obviously, tonight was all.
Well, it's QM. She's on QM. They're on QM.
Oh, sorry, I can't read. I need my glasses on. I'm so sorry. I can't.
Barry.
I can't actually. That's why I'm not reading questions out because.
Well, maybe someone else on it. We've never done the transatlantic, so we did the 4-night on QM.
Yeah, so we have done the so yeah.
How many? Here's a question for you, Barry. Before we go, we'll do 5 minutes next. We're enjoying this. Well, unless you want to go. Have you got an appointment somewhere?
Everyone might just disappear at 8 o'clock.
We could just keep talking until it literally is down to 0, can we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might happen sooner than you think.
Yeah, true. A question for you, Barry, before we go. Here's the question. How many afternoon teas are you hoping to get in the 28 days? How many do you reckon would you get fed up with afternoon teas?
I don't know that I'd get fed up with afternoon teas, but I think there are so many other places to eat. Yeah. And I would actually say on Anne, although some very horrible person said that we looked like we were eating too much, that we didn't actually eat that much.
No, we didn't. No,
we were very structured, and when we did have the afternoon tea, we hadn't had lunch; we had just had breakfast.
To try and justify it.
Yeah, 5-course breakfast. But I mean, who's counting?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So just before we go, we want to know, Barry, how many afternoon teas you're aiming for. We're not telling you live until you tell us. All right.
Sorry, Sweet Natured. It was Tom's fault. Tom told me to press end on my phone and that I wouldn't end the whole stream. I ended the whole stream. Yeah. And I think I'd had a couple of glasses of wine by that point as well. So
then we went up the steps and Paul and Carol had their massive bowl as well, just to try and get anything of these fireworks.
it was very comical.
I still haven't seen those fireworks because they're on a camera that I haven't downloaded the pictures on, so I don't even know what we got. We had I had one hand of a live and one hand of a of the camera, didn't I? Ridiculous. Right, quickly. And love the idea of a long cruise, but couldn't eat that way.
Every day. Yeah, every day would be a lot, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't think. But
I don't think you overeat when you're on a long cruise, actually. No.
I think you really structure it, and I think you can be, especially now, you could actually, on Queen Anne, you could be so healthy. It does annoy me, doesn't it, when people say that you're just going to be good. You can
be really healthy, and I tend to go for a lot of the healthier options.
Like you can be really. I'm normally really unhealthy.
Problem is like carb.
But you can now on cruises. You can be so healthy. You've got the gym. You can do exercise. So I think we could do it. I could do 28 days. I really could do 28 days.
Yeah, it might not fit in your suit by the end of the 28 days.
Unbelievable. Right, we're going to go shortly, but we've got an answer. 14 days and crossing the sea days.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, so 14. Go for 14.
So can you come back to us when you have done this cruise and tell us how many afternoon teas you had, please?
Yeah. Will we be doing any afternoon teas this week? No.
I can make you some cucumber sandwiches if you like.
Not very nice. Anyway, we're going to go because we're talking rubbish. And this has got some food and we're back to work.
We need to go and make lunch boxes and sort out school uniforms.
We'll be back. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll do it every 2 weeks, shall we?
2 weeks. Okay.
Yes, and we look forward to everyone else's lives. Have a lovely Sunday. It's been, and I reckon we've got almost the end and we haven't had a disaster.
We'll do a great live stream. We will be watching.
Oh, amazing. Yes, we will be. Yes, please do.
Sorry. We will do great live stream.
Oh, right, yes.
I can't read. I'm really sorry. Maybe it's the glass of
there's a couple of questions just coming. Tips for Britannia. What are my tips for Britannia? Oh my God, right, I've got to think. What you've watched my videos? You didn't go on Britannia, did I? My tips for Britannia is, you have watched them. Did we not watch them? Unbelievable. What are my tips for Britannia? I love the sunset bar at the back. I need to think. What am I? Watch on my videos. Watch the review video and that
he's done another cruise now, so you can't quite remember.
No, I can't think of Britannia. Britannia I did enjoy it.
Maybe private message us.
Yeah, and we'll give you some tips.
And we'll give you some tips.
Yeah.
Tom can have a think about it.
Yeah, enjoy Britannia. But I liked Britannia. And you liked the look of it, didn't you? Yeah. Goodbye, everybody. It's been lovely seeing you all.
Thank you, Sweet Natured. Thank you, Trina, for joining us.
Thank you. And please do give us a message, Liam, and we'll let you know our tips. But for now, it's been wonderful. Happy cruising. Good night, everyone. Or just goodbye. It's not bedtime just yet. How do you do it? Do we end it? Where do we end it? Just press end. Oh, my God.